Welcome back to the British Accent Podcast, where we talk about real-life English learning that fits your real life. I'm Emily.
And I'm Nick. Today we're diving into one of the most unexpected, yet surprisingly powerful places to practice your English, the grocery store.
Yes, believe it or not, your weekly or even daily trip to the supermarket is a fantastic language learning opportunity, even if you don't speak to a single person. No awkward conversations required.
Exactly. You don't need to talk to practice English, you just need to be present, aware, and curious. That's it. So let's start with the moment you step inside the store.
Right? Think of it as walking into a vocabulary playground. All around you are signs, labels, categories, fruits, vegetables, cleaning supplies, frozen foods. You can read them, say them silently in your head, or whisper them under your breath.
You could even describe what you're doing as you shop. I'm looking for tomatoes. Or, I need to find rice. These are simple, clear sentences that mimic natural speech. And because you're in a real situation, they stick better than textbook examples.
Exactly. And if you want to go a step further, start thinking in categories. As you walk through the store, challenge yourself. Mentally group things in English: dairy, grains, snacks, beverages. Try using the words in little phrases. Milk is in the fridge. This is a big bag of rice.
And let's not forget the shopping list. That's a powerful tool. Write your list in English, even if it's just single words like eggs, bread, apples. You're building vocabulary every time you write and then recognize those words in the aisles.
Another easy trick. Read the packaging. Look at the back of cereal boxes or tins of soup. What ingredients do they list? What instructions do they give? That's real English, used in daily life, and it gives you the chance to see grammar and vocabulary in a natural context.
And one of my favorite ways to practice silently is to imagine a conversation. Let's say you're holding a bottle of olive oil. Imagine how you'd explain it to someone. This one is extra virgin. Or, it's more expensive than the other one. That's grammar, vocabulary, and fluency, all in your mind.
Yes. Silent practice is still practice. And it trains your thinking to happen in English. Even your internal thoughts, asterisk, do I have enough money? Which brand is better? I'll buy this instead, asterisk, those count. Those are real thoughts in English.
And over time, those small, quiet moments become confidence. So when someone finally does ask, do you need a bag, or cash or card, you'll be ready, not because you rehearsed a dialogue, but because you've already been living it, in your head.
And you know what else? There's something powerful about connecting language with physical movement. When you're reaching for something, putting it in your cart, weighing your vegetables, your brain is pairing actions with words. That kind of learning sticks much deeper than just reading or writing.
That's a great point. Physical context helps memory. So even if it feels simple or even silly to describe what you're doing in your head, I'm putting the bananas in the bag, or I'm choosing the smallest onion, it's actually helping your English become real and usable.
Another thing I like to do is pretend I'm giving someone a tour of the store. I'll think, this is the dairy section. These are the frozen meals. That's the bakery. It's like storytelling, except it's just for you.
That's such a good idea. And if you want to stretch your skills even more, you could try turning it into a mini conversation in your mind. Like, what do you usually buy? I always get this brand. Oh, I've never tried that one before. You're not just practicing vocabulary, you're rehearsing interaction.
Totally. And let's be honest, there are days when you don't have the time or energy to sit and study. But everyone needs food. Everyone ends up at the grocery store at some point. And if you bring awareness to it, that trip becomes a quiet little English lesson.
Yes. It's not about having extra time, it's about making everyday moments work for your goals. Learning isn't just about books or apps. It's also about bananas, bread, and broccoli, if you let it be.
So next time you're pushing your cart, or waiting in line, remember, even those quiet, ordinary tasks can help your English grow. No pressure. No perfection. Just presence.
Just presence. And a little creativity. Keep going, you're doing better than you think.
And if you're feeling bold, you can even use your phone while you're shopping, not to scroll social media, but to open a voice recorder and say a few sentences aloud. You don't have to speak loudly or clearly if you're shy. Just whisper to yourself, I'm buying apples. These look fresh. Maybe I'll cook something healthy tonight. It may feel odd, but it builds real fluency over time.
Right, and if you're not comfortable speaking aloud in public, you can do it mentally. Just describe things in your head. And try to avoid translating from your native language. Instead, think directly in English, even if it's simple. That's how you build speed and comfort.
Yes, and don't underestimate repetition. If you always buy the same things, that's not boring, it's helpful. Every time you see that same shelf or product, you're reinforcing the same vocabulary. That repetition creates strong pathways in your brain. You're building your English memory, one shopping trip at a time.
Absolutely. And honestly, the more ordinary something is, the more space it gives you to focus on language. You don't need drama or excitement to learn. You need consistency. And the grocery store is full of consistency.
Exactly. You don't have to add English to your life. You can blend it into what's already there. Grocery shopping becomes observation. A recipe becomes reading practice. The label on a cereal box becomes vocabulary training.
You might start recognizing more words over time too. Maybe you begin noticing labels like low-fat, organic, ingredients, or serving size. That's real-world language. That's the kind of vocabulary that sticks because you actually see and use it.
And every now and then, you might even surprise yourself. You'll hear a phrase in your mind, and it will sound more natural than before. Or you'll remember a word you didn't realize you had learned. That's how English grows, quietly, consistently, through daily life.
And one more tip, try setting a tiny language goal before you even leave for the store. Something simple, like, I will name 5 vegetables in English today, or, I'll describe what's in my basket when I get home. That kind of focus gives your brain a clear purpose while you're shopping, which makes everything more memorable.
That's such a good idea. And the beautiful part is, it doesn't take extra time. You're already going to the store. You're already picking up groceries. So why not let those 5 or 10 minutes become an English moment too? You don't need a classroom to learn, you just need presence.
Right. And if you bring a child or family member with you, you can even turn it into a quick game. Like pointing to something and saying, "What's this in English?" or asking them to say a color or a number. It becomes fun, interactive learning, without pressure.
And if you're alone, that's perfect too. You can think out loud, review vocabulary, or even just notice the English around you, on packaging, signs, or receipts. Real-world English is all around us. The question is, are we noticing it?
Exactly. Every aisle is full of language. And if you're consistent, just a few mindful moments each week, it adds up. Slowly, quietly, you begin to feel more comfortable. English stops being a subject and starts becoming a part of your everyday life.
So if you've ever felt like you don't have time to study English, remember this: your daily life is your study. Even something as routine as grocery shopping can become a powerful language practice, if you stay present, stay curious, and allow yourself to learn gently.
Exactly. You don't have to push harder. You just have to notice more. English is already around you. The key is to start seeing it, and using it, in the little things. Bit by bit, That's how fluency grows.
Thanks so much for spending time with us today. We hope this inspired you to see your ordinary routines in a new light.
This has been the British Accent Podcast. We'll be back soon with more gentle, practical ways to grow your English without stress and with a lot more compassion.
Until next time, take care of yourself and your English.